The biggest challenge most experts have with a free class is this. How do you give so much great content that people are super glad they showed up and walk away with real results, but without giving away the whole store? Today, I'm going to show you how to open your free class so the right people, the ones who are really ready, step forward and take advantage of the amazing work that you have. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm so excited to share this with you. When I had my first breakout year, I literally went from doing 6 figures of business to over $2 million in sales in 10 months. And then, using the exact same strategies I'm about to teach you, I was able to double that again the following year. It's been super rewarding to touch so many lives all over the world and still be able to enjoy the family time that really is why I started my own business in the first place. So let's start. There are the 5 P's to crafting a profitable free class: positioning, pain, promise, proof, and the plan. Now, this is different than the 5 P's of positioning that we teach inside our Speak to Self formula. It's more of a high-level checklist to make sure that you're including the needed elements for any free class to lead to a sale. And today, we're going to deal with the first one. Most people think this first one is just a quick little piece of what they do, and I'm here to tell you it's way more than that. You've seen the movie, maybe Jerry Maguire, where he says, "You had me at hello."
You complete me.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
Well, you need to do that in your free class. And while it might only take 5 or 10 minutes of your whole class, it makes all the difference in whether somebody is going to close their email, stop texting, and actually listen to you. So this first P is positioning. And under positioning, there are 5 different parts. And here they are. 1, you position yourself. 2, you position your topic or the transformation that you uniquely provide. 3, you position your audience so that they know they're in the right place. 4, you position your talk so that they know what they're going to learn. And 5, you position your offer. Now, that 5th one is a signature move, and it builds more trust than any credential you've got. So stay with me because I'm going to save it for last on purpose. Okay, let's go through each one of these. So number 1, position yourself. Who are you? Why should they stay on the line? What credibility do you have? This is the place where you get to brag a little. You talk about your results. You talk about any kind of media. You talk about your best testimonials. And if you're just starting out, you may even just talk about some of the amazing things that happened from your topic in your own life. Maybe you're a life coach or a health professional, and you've never been on CNN or in a magazine. That's fine. You go ahead and position how people use what you do, or even how you've used it yourself to create the kind of life that you're standing there representing. Now, here's the second part, and this is the key. You don't just bring credibility to the party. You also bring vulnerability. Because if you stand up there with nothing but accolades and letters after your name, everyone thinks, wow, good for you. But how am I going to do that? So when you position yourself, you bring both credibility and vulnerability so that people can respect what you've done and also connect with you at the same time. Now, vulnerability doesn't mean tearing yourself down. A lot of people think they have to have been living in a van down by the river, or that they couldn't get their last $20 out of the ATM in order to have a vulnerable story. And if that is your story, by all means, if it would empower someone to connect with you in the specific work you do, use it. But, knock on wood, I've never had a big hard luck story like that. So I position myself with what was true for me. When I'd go out and speak, I'd look out and 60 or 70% of the audience would register, and I'd love that. But I would go back to my hotel room in whatever city I was in whatever, town I happened to be speaking in, and I would literally cry, like choked up, about the 30% who did not take advantage of my offer. because I knew they came for a reason. And, I wanted to help people connect and open up to getting help in that area. So with them not registering, I felt like I didn't do my job. So ask yourself, what is it that would help people connect better to you? Okay, number 2, position your topic or the transformation that you uniquely provide. This part is very brief. It can be as little as a sentence. You want to say something that has people get the outcome, the transformation that they're going to get from being with you today. For example, this is for people who want to make big money doing what they love and what makes a difference. That's it. 3, position your audience. People need to know they're in the right place. And the easiest way to do that is literally to tell them, this is for you if, or you're in the right place if. And you finish that sentence with touching a pain that they have in the specific area. So get out a piece of paper, and I encourage you to do a little brain dump. For my specific ideal client, this is for you if you're tired of feeling like the best kept secret in your field. This is for you if people are always telling you, you're so amazing, everyone should know about you, but they don't, right? This is for you if you've tried all kinds of things to get out there, spent all kinds of time and money, and it hasn't gotten you where you want to be. Or maybe this is for you because people love you, but then they don't actually buy from you. So those are some of my examples. That's what it looks like for me. And now you go ahead and answer it for your ideal client. This is for you if, and fill in some of the pains that you know your ideal client has. And I'll tell you a quick story so that you can feel it. I'm a mom. A while back, my kids and I were having challenges. I felt like I was saying the same thing twice, making excuses for them in restaurants. Oh, they're just tired, or it's late, or they need snacks. I don't know. And then I picked up a book on audio. It was called Have a New Kid by Friday. This was a long time ago. And the guy, the author, if you want a great example of positioning, gets on and says, so if you're having trouble with your kids in restaurants and you find yourself making excuses, like saying they're just tired or they need a nap or a snack, he was literally saying exactly what was in my head. He literally even said, if you're saying the same thing over and over, I'm not kidding. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this book. And that's how you want people to feel when you fill in the this is for you if part of your positioning. Okay, number 4, position your talk. When you build your class, you're going to hit some main points. This is the part where you introduce those points. So you do your this is for you if, step 3, and you have 3 or 4 bullets. For example, what I'm covering today, how to open a free class that sells while you give great content, the 5 parts to positioning yourself and your audience, and then everything you need to do after the class to double or even triple your sales. The part most people are missing. So you want to model that for yourself. Okay, now for the 5th part that I promised you. This is the one most people treat like an afterthought, and it's actually the one that builds the most trust of all. And here it is. You want to remember to position your offer. Now, this is a Lisa Sasevich signature move for selling without being salesy. I call it partnership from the start. It's very brief and very simple, and you can say it in your own words, but it sounds something like this. Look, we've only got about an hour together today, and I promise I'm going to give you all I can. And before I finish, for those of you that might want to take it further, I'll show you how to get more. So that's it. You let people know right at the beginning that you're going to deliver, that you're going to talk fast, that you're going to pack in content, and that, before you finish, in case there's more that they want or they want some support, you will give that to them. You will show them how to get that because, look, you're a 10-year, a 20-year expert, right? You've been doing this for a minute, and of course, you have more. So you make a promise to your audience that you'll give as much as you can, and then you'll show them how to get more. And then at the end, when you actually do that and you show them how to get more by making your offer, you are keeping your promise. So you make a promise that you will give as much as you can and show them how to get more. And then when you make your offer, you're actually doing that. You're showing them how to get more. Can you see how this builds trust instead of breaks trust when you don't say that and then you make an offer and they think, oh my gosh, bait and switch. This generous person is now trying to sell me something. This eliminates the bait and switch. So that's the first P, positioning. You position yourself, your topic, your audience, your talk, and your offer. 5 parts. It takes about 10 minutes in the beginning of your free talk, and it really changes everything. I want you to take what I taught you today. I want you to implement it. Get your positioning down. Get those 5 parts personalized to you. And then go make the offer that all of this is pointing to, completely irresistible. Because the best opening in the world still can't sell a fuzzy, unclear offer. Now, I made you a free guide for exactly that, the offer part. It's called the Irresistible Offer Blueprint. And if you tap the link below, you can grab it. It's free. You can fill it in, and it'll get you started on the road to being able to position yourself powerfully and also have an offer that's irresistible. Now, as a side note, as you're working through all this, I want to make sure and show you how to get more. So for those of you that would like to have my support right there with you every month, twice a month, live on Zoom, as you put all of this together and as you're out there practicing, I want you to know that that's what we're doing in the Monetize Your Mission mentorship. So I'd love for you to check that out. I'd love for you to consider joining us. If you want more support, find me in the Monetize Your Mission mentorship. And click subscribe and that notification bell to find out when I post the other videos in this series covering the other 4 Ps: pain, promise, proof, and the plan.